Welcome in, people. Welcome in. How are we doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing good. Tell you, I am. Cherry, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We're here with more RLCS content as day one of the 2026 RLCS year is upon us. Big games ahead of us as we launch into North American Rocket League. Honestly, this is going to be so much fun as we have our standings set up. Next2Nu facing off against their opposition. We will see who that does come up to be in a little bit, as that first game actually has gone. It's You Never Had Your Car to face off after a DQ from the opposition Grand Slammers. It will be Next2Nu to take on this opposition who didn't really have too much going for them. It does seem as if our bracket may be a little bit delayed, as at least on my end, it does seem as if that has been confirmed. Not sure if that's true.
Okay, yeah. DQ just happened. There we go.
Oh, hooray. Cool.
There we go. Now we're locked in, right?
I hope so. I mean, I'd imagine so. But, yeah, we got a lot of cool teams within this bracket. Some new names that... Broadcast is starting on kickoff as Next2Nu taking on You Never Had Your Car for the first game in the best of 3 series. We already see the kickoff coming in. Next2Nu on the defense, but all 3 players just swarm together as it is a goal on target. Wuzy picking up the first. You Never Had Your Car not having their goal either.
I think this is like we might have to restart this. Third man does not seem to be in here for You Never Had Your Car. Okay, looks like we got everyone in now. Next2Nu starting off 1-0, 10 seconds in. Looks like they're going to give that goal back. I respect it. Well done from Into-In there.
The general fair play that we will see Next2Nu going to give them that equalizer. It's something that I don't think they needed to, but you know, they want to say, if we're going to beat you, we want to beat you fair and square. Now Next2Nu back up on the kickoff, going in. It's Kehvn taking the first goal to bring them out of that equalizer. Dominating the battlefield once more. It's a bloodbath within the goals, and it's You Never Had Your Car already on the back foot off the kickoff, which didn't really seem to have much contention.
Did not seem like it. 4:46 left on this clock. Beautiful kickoff starting off this one. Velocity going to be a little bit awkward. Might look for a pass across. Yes, he will. Wuzy off wall here. What are we going to see from these players today? I mean, some of the top 100 players in this lobby. I mean, they can do anything they want with this ball. So that's personally what I love to see, is that skill gap between SSL and in that top 100.
The option's going to be there as there's the third goal. Wuzy scoring the third as they picked up the first. Now they bring a third after Kehvn takes it forward. It's a domination. Next2Nu coming into the RLCS 2026 year with a dominant start.
Dominant start indeed. I mean, without that one, there's nothing on the board for You Never Had Your Car. Velocity gonna find reset high, gonna look for one more. Unfortunately, not able to. Twin playing one to the sidewall. This one high. Wuzy off ceiling. Just gonna play a shot. Never mind. An unfortunate miss, but hey, that's what I'm talking about. These guys are coming in cold. So it is a little bit more unfortunate for both of these teams here.
You Never Had Your Car on the defense, but they missed the 50-50. Wuzy picks it up, brings it to the backboard, but a demolition going to keep the aggression to a halt.
These demos are ringing out from both sides of the field here. We've seen a ton of them so far, and I like it. I like it. Next2Nu Esports, they like to get physical. We see almost a beautiful fake there from Velocity. That would have went insane. Wuzy reset, looking for the second, finds it to the backboard. Play one off. Unfortunately, no shot to come out there. Kehvn looking for one high. Instead, going to look for the demo. As I said, this team is physical already, and I love to see it. Wuzy double tap. He's psychoing to his own net. Hold on, I love it. What is going on so far? Oh my.
Physicality bringing them abroad, as now it will be the blue net to be attacked as You Never Had Your Car. Gonna be on the back foot, but it is looking good for Velocity, picking the ball up, but it goes a little bit away. As now Next2Nu gonna be stilling the offensive as Wuzy pushes it straight to the backboard, taking the big Mega boost, but it will not matter. They're unable to find the follow-up towards the goal.
Wuzy just kind of playing this ball where he wants it, keeping possession the entire time. Beautiful bump there. And we see a demo from Kehvn. Well done. Rocket a little awkward here. Not able to do a ton with that one. Velocity going to take that one off of his car. Sent across. One touch high. Going to look for a reset. Finds it. That one just shot bottom left, and it goes through. Well done, Next2Nu Esports.
Velocity dancing with the ball. We see it in the replay. Oh, every which way they will turn this, change the trajectory as it goes straight on into the goal. You never had a car. Brought to the back foot once more as 2 minutes are all that's left to be able to score an equalizer of 3 goals. A necessity if they want to be able to get off of the match point that they will be brought upon more likely than not, as now Next2Nu Esports once more on the front foot, and it's Velocity to pick up the ball right off Wuzy, but it still lingers straight on ahead.
Crossbar being the 4th man for You Never Had a Car, and let me tell you, working wonders. All right, Velocity. And let's play this one back to his team. Must be across, just because why not? Wuzy gets one, looks for the sidewall redirect, not able to, unfortunately. Beautiful 50 there. Wuzy has an opportunity, just going to play it across. Looks like he wants to score something that is worthy to his stature. Fortunately, no reset there. Just keeping this ball in orange or blue territory. My fault, everybody. Come on, get it right.
Ball goes a little bit up. Demolition comes out. Wuzy looking to play forward. Unfortunately, no follow-up, but it will be there from Velocity, hitting it cross shot as it hits the top left side of the goal. We take a look at the replay. Just the team cohesion as Wuzy hits it straight into them despite being in air, making miracles as Next2Nu Esports bringing a 5th goal onto the board. It's kickoff once more. Velocity staying back, going to be conceding the ball. You Never Had a Car. Going to be able to push it to the opposition territory. However, Wuzy looking to drift right on past.
And looking to drift, he does. Just getting around everybody whenever he wants to. Next2Nu Esports, just controlling this lobby, playing to their pace and how they want to. Wuzy going to look for a psycho, not able to. I'm waiting for one of these to hit. That would be unreal if they do. Beautiful bump comes across net. Rocket just going to play it into the corner. Kehvn plays that one out. A nice clear. Now Velocity shot. Might be a little bit wide. Yes, it will be. This ball starting to head back to the orange half. Never mind. Wuzy keeping that in. Playing a nice 50.
Consistency has been the name of the game. Next2Nu Esports being a team that's been on the front foot of said game for the significant part of this series. So far, demolition after demolition. Next2Nu Esports not going to be able to contain the 6th goal, but unfortunately for You Never Had a Car, that won't matter as it's already the game to end as the ball drifting straight on downwards as it levitates in air, falls to the ground. Next2Nu Esports picks up match point.
Well done from Next2Nu Esports. Let me tell you, they have full possession of this game. They can do exactly what they want. Wuzy and Kehvn almost picking up a hat trick during that game. We would have loved to see that, but Kehvn, 29 demolitions. Let me just throw that out there. 29 in one game. Next2Nu. Certainly playing the way they want to and keeping You Never Had Your Car on the back foot, making sure they never regain balance here and regain the possession of the ball. Well done in game 1.
Our producer checking to see whether or not that demos is correct. It seems as if it is, so no mistake on the leaderboard. And yeah, 29 demos for Kehvn. Certainly a opener that will showcase these teams' full prowess, their ideas that they like to play by. And I mean, yeah, certainly not a team that you're going to look down on. Maybe a team you're going to be scratching your head at as 29 demolitions. Certainly an unconventional number to be picking up in a single matchup alone. We'll see whether or not they'll be continuing that prospect into game number 2 as the ball goes close to net. However, Wuzy already pushes it away.
I'm betting on 30 demos this game. That's
Kevn's already picked up one.
Oh, 2, I think. I think he got one after as well.
Oh man. Oh,
yeah,
man.
He got 2. He's starting quick. 1-0 Next2Nu Esports. Kehvn, already 2 demos. I'll be watching that one the rest of this game.
A tone setter to say the least.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ball goes a little bit on target. Wuzy bottom left. It lobs right on in. As Next2Nu Esports picking up a second goal. You never had your car. Never gonna have their number. As it's already a domination for the Next2Nu Esports squad.
2-0. Next2Nu Esports looking to keep this up. They like to fake kickoff every time. They just give Wuzy a free ball. Fortunately, not that time. Wuzy plays a nice 50. Kehvn getting a few more demos just because he can. You'll love to see it. Wuzy reset. Make that 2. Finds the shot. Top bins. Well done. And a beautiful shot.
Diabolical work, to say the least, as Next2Nu Esports picks up a triple goal off of a triple reset. Honestly, how on earth can you let this player slide within any type of engagement? You have to be locking them down, no matter the cost. But the ball already straight on towards the net. Unfortunately, no connection will be made. Rocket King looking to play aggressive, but instantly gets blocked out by Wuzy.
Thankfully, he did as well. Velocity wanting to join in on the physicality, getting a few as well. Good fake there from Wuzy. That one going on target almost. It's going to be just a tad wide. Rocket, no boost to play with this one. That ball high. Going to find Wuzy, who has been the playmaker of this game. Just the one doing everything, except for the demos, of course. That one's been all Kehvn. Beautiful touch high. Wuzy going to follow up. Might look for a corner read here. Is going to. Unfortunately, won't pick it up. This one just staying in blue territory.
Next2Nu Esports gonna be hit with a goal on target. Rocket King putting in the work as they score 1 to put them on the board. But Next2Nu Esports with a 3-goal lead, already looking demanding, and we can kind of see maybe that one was conceded on purpose, as we did kind of look towards Velocity, giving that one a little bit of a run for its money. But already Next2Nu Esports going to be hitting the demos hard, as now it's Wuzy to pick up the ball and trying to contest. Rocket King going to fail on the idea, but as the ball goes close, it will be Twin Row to bring it right on out. Unfortunately, Next2Nu Esports a little bit light on the touch, but as Wuzy pushes this ball straight on close to net, not going to be able to connect, as it still is going to be You Never Had Your Car playing the defense, looking to make something happen.
Rocket King a bang downfield. We're going to see Wuzy pick this one up once again. Reset. I'd look for more. Never mind. Just going to let that one bounce in a corner. A beautiful demo. Ball out mid. Wuzy picking up some more demos. It looks like everyone is trying. And we see CloutCaptain in chat. Kev is playing PvP right now. I cannot disagree. I cannot disagree. That one gonna be a shot bottom left from Rocket King, and it goes through, making that 2-3. Next2Nu Esports still in the lead.
Next2Nu Esports can be catching a little bit of strays, unfortunately, as an open net gives You Never Had Your Car a second goal. As now we look towards this kickoff, going to go the way of Next2Nu Esports off of an interesting play, allowing the ball to get a little bit far, but interestingly enough, we already get Kehvn bringing another demolition, as now the ball is going to go a little bit wide right in front of the goal, but nobody there to follow up. It will be Rocket King trying to play the defense, but instead Twin Row going to dodge. Oh, Wuzy picks up a 4th off of swinging the ball high, bringing it low into goal.
Well done out of Wuzy. He looks to be the one that wants to play the ball, while everybody else has their main focus on the demolition aspect of the game. Definitely a physical team, and I love that. I've said it multiple times now. But I think they have the opportunity, especially in this first round. They're getting warm. They're making sure they're prepped for Chronic tomorrow, you know. Wuzy resets. Gonna find this one as well. A nice shot off of one quick reset. Well done from Wuzy.
We look towards Wuzy. We look at the player who's been so dominant throughout their time playing competitive Rocket League. I was taking a little bit of a look towards their profile earlier. I saw them taking a little bit of a gander towards the 2v2 modes as they had a great performance there. Now they move on to 3v3. 2 minutes left as Next2Nu Esports. We'll see what they can collect with a goal on target. Gets blocked out. Wuzy dropping it away as now the ball going to go straight towards the midfield, trying to roll this right up, going for a trick shot. 1-2, get that triple, but no connection to the goal. Unfortunately, Wuzy just barely unable to get past that crossbar.
Just barely indeed. As I mentioned earlier, that fourth man of the crossbar has been putting in the work. We like to see it, of getting that recognition for him. Wuzy is going to take this one across, trying to get this in the corner. Bounces high. See some more demos ringing out. Rocket King bang down field. Wuzy taking possession in corner. He has a free ball. Going to send one high. Looks for some nice touches. Finds him. Almost another goal for Next2Nu Esports. But I don't think that's their main focus right now. I think the demos are triple reset. Saved out by Rocket King. A beautiful save that was.
We already look towards Next2Nu Esports. On the back foot currently, but no players from You Never Had Your Car on that progressive offensive push. Instead, they're going to go for the defense. All three players by goal. Wuzy puts it right on target as dropping it to the backboard, taking it close into goal. They're on the front foot and they want to be able to keep it. They're leveraging this aggression, putting it into play as the domination from Wuzy at 87 kilometers per hour will take them to a sixth goal.
6-2. Next2Nu Esports leading. Demos ringing off kickoff. Rocket bang downfield. Wuzy just collecting once again. What he's been doing this entire series so far. Waits on the ball and collects it, and he finds one from the ceiling. Well done, Wuzy. Well done.
Absurdity reigning as it's Wuzy for a seventh goal. Only a couple seconds within this next kickoff. They're already pushing forward more points for the roster as they're taking their RLCS debut to a whole another level as Next2Nu Esports. Already only 15 seconds remaining before their first game is concluded within that 2026 season. What they'll find seems to be a kickoff worthy of theirs within the season, as already an eighth goal seems to be in the works, but as Twin Row gonna push it right back on out, trying to get a consolation goal, but as Wuzy takes it for a spin, pinching it between walls, it won't be a goal, and it might be one for the opposite side, as it's Wuzy carrying it right on over. But no, they're just going around the map.
He's just going around the map.
Keep away. Yeah.
He's playing keep away. I love it.
Oh, maybe the goal's gonna come in, but no! Rocket King pushing it right on back. However, Wuzy unable to keep it up after that. It's going to be You Never Had Your Car, ending the misery with a little bit of style as they keep this game, unfortunately, without a closing in their favor. 2-7 was going to be the scoreline. Unfortunately, Next2Nu Esports did give away 2 goals. I mean, Rocket King showed a couple signs of life at some points, but that was about all. Wuzy with 7 goals, putting up a domination.
30 demos from Kehvn. Wow, that is a sight to see, to say the least. Hey, I called it. I just want to put that out there. I called it. And we got Velocity with 11. But yeah, wow, 1,500 points out of Wuzy here. 7 goals, few saves, and 13 shots. Well done from this Next2Nu roster. Well done, Next2Nu Esports.
Next2Nu Esports putting up a domination. 7 goals, 1,500 score. Coming in from Wuzy. Kehvn, on 30 demos, you were actually completely correct on that prediction. That's 59 demos within one best of 3. A crazy scoreline to put up. I don't know whether or not that is going to be a display of what we look towards within the future. I'd imagine not. But who knows? Maybe Next2Nu Esports has some crazy plays where they're going to heavily rely on Wuzy to be that kind of carry for this team to play behind us. 7 goals is a dominant thing that you shouldn't see in RLCS for sure, as even within these day ones, these first matchups, That is an absurd scoreline for one player to have. Just goes to show the insane prowess given by Wuzy.
And none of them were just like basic shots. Like, I think every single one was either a reset, a double tap off ceiling. I mean, some insane mechanics coming out of Wuzy in that first series. So I'm definitely ready to see some more of that. I'm definitely ready.
The next game will be upon us sooner than one would imagine, as the game will be against Prevail Gaming Beeline, as they took down Triple Jimbon Berry in a 2-0 fashion. So giving off a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, this is going to be probably not as close as one would imagine, as I believe Prevail Game Beeline is like towards that 70-80th seeding. So it certainly doesn't kind of give the impression that this game will be close. On some other ends, however, some games that we could kind of mention, as I believe we do have that bracket updated. Yeah, Spear Gobs going to be taking a win off of Rastes. JITS taking a victory on towards Anti-Zealous. 2 Burgers and a Baguette taking a strong pronouncing victory over the Comeback Creamers. And a very close game against Nocturne was, I believe that's Shopify. I don't know if our producer, our lovely producer, can zoom in. Unfortunately, I was reading that bracket and I was like, oh my god, that's way too small now. That text was crazy, but it doesn't seem like we'll have any more of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting into kickoff in just 1 second, so don't go anywhere. Don't change the Twitch channel unless it's to watch another stream, because obviously we got strong Rocket League happening all over North America, but this one's certainly going to be one of the forefronts of it, as we got some great gameplay heading your way. We are going to be able to go live right about now, and kickoff starting with Prevail Gaming Beeline taking on Next2Nu Esports.
Kehvn starting off with a demo quick already. Might make the scene that he did last time. Wuzy gonna be pre-jumped here. We do see a little bit of a skill difference so far from that first game to the second one. Hopefully, it will be much more exciting. We won't just see Kehvn demoing the entire time.
We'll wait and see, as the strategy did not seem to have any flaws, but you know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. As Next2Nu Esports off to honestly a little bit of a slower start than what we've seen, but as the ball glooms close to the goal line, going to be Prevail Game Beeline having a strong start. However, Kehvn gonna get the ball, keeping up the aggressive stance as it looms over, swiftly brought to its knees. We look towards Next2Nu Esports, keeping up the aggression as the ball drops down in front of net.
Kehvn not gonna allow that. He's gonna toss it back up, hoping for someone to be there. Unfortunately, no one. Wuzy, not much boost in the tank, able to get the save. A beautiful one at that. Kehvn playing straight off of that save. This one bang to the sidewall. Gonna see Wuzy on first. Unfortunately, no boost, but it's up to Velocity, and he slots it top right. Well done, Velocity, and a beautiful pass that one was.
Stellar shots from behind half court. Nobody to be able to block that one, as it's barely slotted in as a corner shot. Crazy precision needed to be able to hit that off, but if it goes even a little bit too wide, it would be missing. So it just goes to show the confidence this team does prevail with, but it goes even further as Kehvn taking the second goal. Same thing, same way. That top right corner seems to be the favorable spot for these players. Next2Nu Esports brings up a dominant start to the kickoff.
2-0. Still 3:35 left on the clock. Next2Nu Esports gonna look to extend that lead a little bit further. Wuzy up to Kehvn. Kehvn to the backboard. Reset, almost finds the double tap. Unfortunately, will not be able to here. See a nice touch. This one straight in the corner. Wuzy, a beautiful turn, and that one slotted bottom right as well.
And that's how you make it happen. As right now, we are going to be seeing this game turning for the better, as we are already getting Next2Nu Esports dropping stellar numbers to start us off with igniting this game to their favor. Wuzy picking up the pass, dominating to the backboard. No follow-up, as it will go the opposite way, but nobody's there to pick it up, as the prevalence that Next2Nu Esports has been providing leaves all of Prevail Gaming beeline to the defense when that ball goes their way. Oh, barely going to go a little bit wide. Wuzy not going to be able to pick it up as Velocity dropping the ball towards the opposite side of the pitch. But as Wuzy brings it in, taking the goal straight up. And that will take a fourth. Honestly, how do you come back from this?
Well, there's not many things you can do, but we need to see Prevail Gaming beeline definitely lock in a little bit more. I mean, you're facing what, the #1 seed in this pool, so if you want to do anything, you got to be playing your best game possible. So far, it hasn't been happening. Kehvn, bang! That one gonna be slotted as well. Wow. Next2Nu, 5-0 so far.
Al1 shows this dominance within having only one game of prep time. It's a question nobody's going to be able to answer. It's Next2Nu Esports acting as if this has been a team playing for decades together, with just the cohesivity sticking like glue, as Prevail Gaming beeline having little to be able to contest this. But now, ball is going to be in contention. Midfield going to be dominated by Prevail Gaming B, barely not able to connect the goal, as now it will be Spartan trying to make the connection, but the 50-50 not going their way. Instead, going to be Kehvn picking it up, hits it in. Oh, that's insane. The rebound cut shot, crashing their opposition, putting a 6th on the board.
Wow, what a beautiful double tap straight to the bottom right corner. Kehvn showing his immaculate mechanics here. So I think we've seen it from everybody so far. So, love to keep that going. It is unreal to see that in this game. I mean, a lot of people train their entire lives to be able to do this, and I mean, I guess this team has, but still, just pulling it off is amazing to see.
Towards these 6 goals converted, as it's going to be rough if you're on Prevail Gaming beeline. Already the tone has been set despite a victory last round. 2-0 in fact. It doesn't seem like that's going to be able to prevail into much more as the ball goes up. Wuzy picks it in, going to be right below that net, but unfortunately, as they play the defense, Prevail Gaming beeline going to be able to hit it straight on through, but Wuzy keeping the defense alive, sticking like an iron wall, and they keep it up, hitting it towards the corner, not going to allow it to get center field. Next2Nu Esports going to be limiting any goal success.
Yes, they will. They have been so far. Might see Wuzy look for something here. Will not. Velocity to the backboard. See Spartan plays one downfield. Kehvn looks to be AFK. Might be having a technical issue on his side. That is all right. Thankfully, Wuzy and Velocity seem to be holding it down so far. Wuzy, reset, make that 2. I can't see anymore. Okay, slots at bottom right anyways. How many was it? 1?
Oh, just look at that shot. Wuzy from the high ropes, taking it in to the goal. They've been so proficient when it comes to this, as Wuzy especially, just their prowess when it comes to high ground aerial plays. It has been their realm to dominate, as going for the 50-50. Spartan unable to win it out, now stuck on the back foot. However, this ball going to be nobody to play defense. Everyone went on the attack, but unfortunately it goes rebounded, but it's still the goal to be found. Prevail Gaming beeline finally going to be able to show signs of life, but way too late.
Way too late indeed. How do you come back from a 7-1 with 26 seconds remaining? My personal opinion, you just don't. But they are going to do what they can and fight this one out until the very end. Spartan going to be pre-jumped here. Kehvn looking to stay on. Fortunately, won't be able to really. Wuzy, reset to the back wall. Beautiful clear there by Prevail Gaming. No shot to be had. Wuzy looking for one midfield. Might look for the Doomsday Dash. Finds it. Top bins. Well done, Wuzy.
Going prevalence, an 8th goal gets converted. Wuzy, despite the defense playing from Kaji, still going to be able to bring it right on through, as that ball getting crushing their opposition. Now 8 goals to 1. 5 seconds remain on the kickoff as Velocity pushes it forward. Unfortunately, nothing to be coming of it. Kehvn takes it up, looking to bring it forward. No follow-up coming in, and that will do it. Hitting the grass. Next2Nu Esports picking up game number 1 in dominant fashion within this best of 3.
Dominant fashion indeed. I mean, 8-1. That is definitely gonna wear on someone's mental, or personally it would for me. Wuzy and Kehvn both getting the hat trick. Oh, Wuzy went 4 for 4, 100% shooting accuracy. That is what you want to be seeing right now. But well done from Next2Nu Esports, playing the best game they can in dominant fashion.
Giving off the energy that this will be the tone we'll be seeing for the majority of day 1, more likely than not. It seems as if this team has been definitely giving us a little bit of a preview of what we can expect, as now we are going in. Game number 2 does seem to be upon us, as I mean, without that bottom border, you know, it does kind of give off the energy. Maybe that will be the tone that we'll have to look towards, but who knows? I mean, I certainly don't. Obviously, this game should be starting off relatively soon, and after the animation appears, the kickoff comes in. Game 2 here and ready as Prevail Gaming Beeline. Match point is on for them. Can they make the comeback?
Tournament lives at stake. No, I lied. Wow. It's double elimination. Let me lock in here, people. So sorry. Well, one of their tournament lives at stake. Wuzy gonna try to find something here. Not able to. Prevail Gaming looking for a shot. Not gonna be able to find it. Velocity around the corner. Good bang down field from Kehvn. Gonna look for the touchdown mid. Finds one off ceiling and a beautiful bump. Just gonna allow Wuzy a shot top left. And it finds its way to the back of the net.
Off this damage into the goal line. Look at Wuzy jumping on top of opposition's cars, and they make goals happen. The miracle is not needed. It's Next2Nu Esports with the skill and everything riding on this season. It seems that they're going to be able to take this for a ride. They're not aiming for no weak placements. They want to win this big. Go on for the World Championship, and with the way they've been playing, it seems more likely than not, as they have been on the front foot supremely. However, Prevail Gaming Beeline going to be looking to hit this in, but no rebound connects as Kehvn takes it to the corner.
Wuzy not going to let it stay there for long to Kehvn. Kehvn looking for the double, almost finding it. This one cleared around out of blue territory. Next2Nu Esports finds one at the midfield line. Wuzy, no boost, just waiting for someone to take it. Kehvn, being that person. Beautiful musty across, almost finds it top bins, but it will not find its way through.
Sports on the back foot once more, but it will still be Kehvn to pick it up, bringing it to opposition field lines. KG playing the defense, looking to bring this to an extent that will be at least somewhat better than one would have expected, but Wuzy just brings it to the corner, followed up as Velocity hits it straight onto goal. Coming in from nowhere, Wuzy just makes the pass right on into their car. 3 minutes and 11 is Next2Nu Esports already picking up a second.
What a beautiful shot and a beautiful pass that one was. Finding it through. Now we're going to see Wuzy taking this one off kickoff. Going to look to play a little bit more possession here. Shot, not going to find its way through. 50 goes high. Kehvn tries to find it, not going to be able to. Wuzy keeping this ball inside the orange half, or blue half. Second time I've done that. Let me lock in. Beautiful touch from Kehvn. Kicking it high. Not able to do a whole lot there. Bang downfield. Velocity already there, and a double tap off ceiling to Wuzy. Oh my goodness. Who are they playing like? This is World Championship material here. Beautiful shot.
Growing dominance prevalent throughout this series and throughout this entire night. We'll be looking towards these plays throughout the weekend entirely as Next2Nu Esports keeping up this stance that shows that they're poised for everything, and the greatness seems to keep going their way. Wuzy picks up a goal, shooting it right over the defenders' heads. Just looks like this camera angle is so swift as they try to find a block, but nothing comes in. And now it will just be the goal line coming out as Prevail Gaming beeline still on the back foot as Next2Nu Esports pulls up a fourth, looking like it might be a fifth, drops it mid as Wuzy picks it up. Gonna be Spartan to drop it out of commission. Instead, however, they're trying to play the attack. Velocity goes for some physicality, maneuvering their way onto it, giving pressure. However, Next2Nu Esports, they still find the follow-up. They're not going to be halted this easily as they keep up. Kehvn going to be the one going for the aggressive stance this time. As they keep up the aggression, it will go towards midfield, but into the corner it goes.
Velocity plays one high off backboard. Unfortunately, no one there to play for the rebound. This one's taken high. Reset. No shot to be had and saved away quickly. Velocity almost getting a touch high there. We'll take it back. Kehvn playing one straight down, able to collect the boost. Wuzy plays on next. Good bang high. No touch though. Kehvn trying to find one, finds the 50 across. Gonna see Velocity wanting to play on next. This one banged high. Wuzy to the corner.
Going right on in is a soft touch. Kehvn securing a fifth goal, dropping it right on through. We see it looming above hand as it levitates downwards. Kehvn just takes the left side of their car and slightly touches it right on into the goal. Next2Nu Esports bringing out a fifth. As now it certainly does seem as if the nail has been hit on the coffin, with Prevail Gaming beeline having little to be able to make this contention. But as it goes straight on forward, Wuzy trying to hit it in. Kehvn picks it up, and that'll bring him a sixth, as only 4 seconds need to go by if they want to make a score.
Wow. Wow. Kehvn, a beauty of a double tap there. Finding it through for the sixth. 1 minute and 10 seconds still remain on this clock. Next2Nu Esports looking to take it in a sweep fashion. Will it happen?
Certainly seeming like it could, as this whole series has been this one team known as Next2Nu Esports giving up a performance deserving of praise, deserving of anything you could possibly be asking for. The ball barely going to be hitting that crossbar. Will be Velocity striking while the iron is hot. However, getting blocked out. Kuji will be able to take something, but as Kaji takes a little bit of a dance towards death's door. 30 seconds are all that's remaining. Hits it towards the wall. No rebound available. Nobody to follow up, but it is going to be going towards the opposition's. Demolition coming out. Unfortunately, goes a little bit too wide. The ball not able to get on target, so Prevail Gaming beeline still a little bit longer before they'll be able to find their groove.
Wuzy getting 10 seconds left on the clock, and with it 6-0, I'm not really sure how a comeback is humanly possible. 1 second takes off. This ball just needs to hit the ground, and then this game is over. Velocity gonna send one across, looking for one more, but that ball is down. Next2Nu Esports taking this one with a sweep.
Unfortunately, no chance for that to go to the finale that one would have been looking for, that 7th goal. But despite that, this game has been the most, I guess, dominant throughout the entirety. Everyone on Next2Nu Esports firing on all cylinders. Obviously, we looked towards their first game of the night. It was a lot more topsy-turvy. 7 goals coming out from Next2Nu Esports, giving off the impression that this would be a series that could possibly go just from Wuzy scoring everything. But then we look towards this one where everyone on the team was able to make shots, able to score, and the 10 shots between all 3 of them, giving off just that proactivity that we look towards within these aggressive teams within the RLCS. So this certainly does show a little bit of what we could expect within the future days, the future weeks, the future of this year for this roster.
And let me tell you, I hope that's the case, because starting off, they are 2 sweeps through of day 1. And it looks like the bracket has been confirmed. if we want to toss that one up. Thank you, thank you. We're going to see Next2Nu Esports playing JITS after this one.
JITS having a very close game against Spear Goblins, though, 2-1, giving off the impression that might be a game that may give JITS a bit of a disadvantage. Having a 2-1 series this early on at least makes me wonder and scratch my head whether or not this team does have the firepower to be able to compete at that high level like Next2Nu Esports is currently showing off.
Though you never know, Spear Grabs could have been locked in. All right, it could have been a good game between those two. So either way, we will see.
But yeah, now we already go into game. I thought we were instantly going to game, but unfortunately that was not the case, as we don't see kickoff, but we do see JITS taking on Next2Nu Esports. Game upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready, get set, as it's already Next2Nu Esports putting on the ropes. Are going to be getting on in. It's Next2Nu Esports pushing this ball in. Velocity picks it up, pinches it against their car, takes it for a turn, and that will do it. Goal is found. 35 seconds within the game, and JITS is already on the back foot.
My internet decided to not want to work for a moment. We're back. We're back. So sorry about that. All right. What have I missed?
Not much. We already saw Next2Nu Esports, specifically Velocity, putting on the performance of a lifetime, showing the masterclass that we love to see within the Rocket League community. But it's a second for Velocity on a tear, taking 2 goals, showing dominant.
Showing dominant indeed. 2:04:07 still left on the clock. Plenty of time for a few more of those from Velocity. Maybe we'll see Wuzy and Kehvn start making their way in as well.
Game will look towards Next2Nu's Esports favor as well. However, JITS has shown signs of life. They've been able to get the goals close, but all Velocity blocking it off right when it gets too desperate. As JITS still needing to be able to find a way to keep this aggression and find value off of it. Instead, it's been Next2Nu Esports capitalizing on mistakes and dominating when available. Scully going to be able to block off the goal potential. Now Velocity takes it up once more. Not going to be down close enough. Instead, it's blocked out immediately. Wuzy trying to go for the ball, but it is going to be Velocity once more picked up. Going in off the pass, right on into the goal. Taking their own rebound for a third. Velocity taking 3 in a row.
Already securing the hat trick. 3:22 still left on the clock, and he slots the third with perfection. Let's see how this kickoff goes here. Velocity gonna be first to play on. Wuzy looking to play next. Finds one. Might look for the double tap. Finds it through, and that one back left. A beautiful shot out of Wuzy, and as I've said multiple times already, well done, Wuzy.
Wuzy putting up one of their own, saying to Velocity, that's enough. Now it's my turn to get into the action. 3 in a row was not enough, not even halfway through the game, and it's Next2Nu Esports is already almost, you gotta imagine, in the bag. As JITS taking it up, Kehvn's going to be the one to block it out. Look towards this ball, looming towards midfield. Velocity picks up a 5th as they score right through their opposition.
Wait, right? 4th? Yeah, 4th. Dang. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
I mean, 4th for him, 5th for the team, as JITS already going to be on the back foot. And you got to imagine that realistically, the mental has to be dropped.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, going down 5-0 and you still have half the game left, it is rough to come back from that, though I'm not saying that they can't. All right, some people have very strong mentals, and let's hope JITS is a team that does. Player gonna send one to the corner. You see a pop high. Fortunately, not able to play on very much. Velocity plays one. Scully taking that down. See a beautiful 50 there. Kehvn flying one high. This one Going back to the orange territory. Wuzy getting a nice 50 in the corner. Could be a shot opportunity. Unfortunately for JITS, Wuzy not going to allow that one much longer.
Giving this ball a little bit of life to it as Kehvn's going to be able to pick it straight on up. Velocity forcing it onto the backboard. But as it gets even crumbling down, the defense still holding tight. As Next2Nu Esports goes in aggressive. Kehvn gets blocked. Scully's gonna be the one to be able to bring it out, as now Velocity keeps it alive. But now it gets a little bit of a pinch over towards the top rope, but Wuzy needed on the back lines to be the one playing that third man. As everyone forcing onto the aggressive side from JITS, it requires Next2Nu Esports to play digital, and they will, as they look for every opportunity. But it still seems like JITS is so proactive when it comes to instantly having that foresight that they need to rotate.
Yes, they do. Almost a great shot placed on target. Fortunately for the JITS, not going to be able to find that one through. Next2Nu Esports playing at the top of their game, or some say playing their A game. Kehvn sends one to the back wall. Beautiful pass mid, and Wuzy finds that one off of the pass.
Great stuff coming in. Wuzy brought into that position by Kehvn, who takes that ball right towards the center stage. But as a minute remains, Next2Nu Esports still having so much time to play with. And this is just the beginning of their run. Bringing it out. Player going to be the one to drop it out of commission. But it still goes right into Next2Nu's roster, as they are going to be able to keep up the aggressive stance. Spiking it down as Velocity picks up a 7th goal off of the bounce.
Well done, Velocity. Great pass from Kehvn as well. Just sends it top left. I mean, what can you do about that, right? Still have 47 seconds on the clock, so there's got to be something here that JITS can do to find their first of the series.
Shot from Velocity, as they've been a player who's been one of the real factors that's given this team the amount of goals they have so far within this matchup. But that doesn't matter when it comes down to it, right? It certainly has been a team who throughout the entirety have been a collective force able to contest at the highest level of North American Rocket League. As we are looking towards this ball, pushed up, even aggressive. It's being suffocated through the JITS scoring area, where everything around the penalty zone has been Next2Nu Esports to dominate. However, as the clock strikes 0, it will be JITS to fall down as it gets spiked to the floor.
Beautiful game out of Next2Nu Esports there. Definitely playing, well, better than we've seen so far. And we've still seen amazing things as well, which is, it's kind of crazy seeing that they can just get better as the series progresses, you know? But 5 out of Velocity that game. 5 assists from Kehvn as well. Goodness. These players are looking for aggression, and they are finding it so far.
Giving up so much pressure onto their opposition, as 5 from Velocity, 2 from Wuzy. Kehvn with 5 assists. Obviously, we know them as a player who's been super dominant on the demolitions. 59 within the first game they played today. But coming into a position where they are having to play against stronger teams, no longer allowed to go for these silly plays, it shows their domination as a playmaker. Not going for the goals, but instead looking to set them up, giving possibilities in life to the options that they look for. Next2Nu Esports, they already bouncing this ball across. Oh, looking to force it in, but unfortunately gets blocked out as it hits the goalpost. Maneuvers out of the way, goes to the corner. Now Next2Nu Esports going to be shot on target. Player opening up with a domination.
Great shot at a player there. Way to recognize that. The net is wide open. Wuzy, unfortunately, any boost than he has that, but unfortunately isn't able to find a pad or two. 1-0 from JITS. Is this the first time Next2Nu Esports has found themselves down and make that 2 down? Next2Nu Esports trailing.
certainly seeming as if Next2Nu Esports might have a little bit more on their hands than what we initially thought, as it's not looking good to say the least. Within Next2Nu Esports borders, JITS is coming online. How will they attempt to bring this up? We'll have to wait and see, but currently it is going to be JITS to bring this game back into their hands. A 2-goal deficit at 30 seconds in. Not what you want to see if you're Next2Nu Esports.
So with only 30 seconds having passed, that gives Next2Nu Esports plenty of time to make up that lost ground, and one goes through so far. They start climbing that mountain and bringing it back.
JITS going to be showing that they might not have the dominating potential that Next2Nu Esports has possessed. As we drop on in, kickoff approaches. This is the time. Will JITS be able to maintain that 2-goal lead? Will Next2Nu Esports be able to find the equalizer and go to 2-2? That's the question. So far, we haven't seen a single overtime, but Kehvn off the pass takes it from the left side, brings it straight down center. As a great goal coming in from Kehvn. Two players looking to try and stop it, but a little bit too far away, too late on the punch, as JITS going to be hit by the equalizer.
A great equalizer it was. Just a shot from the ropes. Might find number 3, and yes, we will. Next2Nu Esports now leading the game, even though they were down 2 at the start. Well done so far.
Momentum necessary as they keep up the velocity. Kind of pun intended. I mean, we are going to be seeing velocity with a lot of impact they've been able to find this game as they push it even further, looking to bring it out, and it will! Velocity takes a 4th goal to keep up this game as these RLCS qualifier to day 2 seems all but confirmed.
Seems all but confirmed indeed. Next2Nu Esports might be looking for the sweep here once again. Currently a 2-goal lead, but as we've seen from JITS, that can definitely be pushed back in their favor. Wuzy gonna find one off sidewall. A great touch there. Player looking for one, not able to. Kehvn shot on. Gonna be saved out by Scully. Player off the back wall, one to the sidewall. You can see Kehvn, only person to play on, finds one high, might look for the bump, unfortunately not able to find it. Velocity into the back wall. Wuzy plays on next, gonna be 50'd. No one able to play on that one. Wuzy, one touch high to Velocity. Velocity taking right after, but Scully getting the pre-jump. A great shot there, saved out. This one could be an opportunity for Next2Nu Esports. Unfortunately, no one has boost to go for that. This one now dropped into the corner. Velocity tries, able to find it. Wuzy gonna find a 50, and that one going high into the Next2Nu territory.
Towards Next2Nu with the domination that they've been able to possess. JITS is going to be on the back foot to say the least. As Next2Nu Esports pulling forward. Velocity hits the ball straight on target. But it gets brought up back to the backboard by the JITS roster, and Sudsbo going to be the one to actually take it out, but it goes to Kehvn. Kehvn brings it up, drops it down, but unfortunately they had to avoid the blocker, and that messed their trajectory up just the slightest bit. Velocity still going to be able to keep up the aggression, not going to concede this 5th goal that they're looking for. They're poised to be able to find it, but it just seems a little bit too desperate.
A little bit too desperate indeed. 1:59 left on the clock here. 4-2. Next2Nu Esports still leading. Beauty of a musty from Wuzy, and it goes top left. Well done, Wuzy.
It's Wuzy to take a 5th, a dominant player bringing forth their prevalence, and it will be seen. JITS going to have no way to combat this, as it's already looking like the firepower is too overwhelming for this JITS roster to be able to contain. As a minute 10 or 100 seconds remain on the clock, Next2Nu Esports just having to play with their food because it's a 33 seconds a goal situation. If you're on that averaging list, JITS is going to have to get something done, but the idea of them being able to find 3 goals within the current time bank is a notion that one would have to imagine is just a imagination. It's a fantasy that will not come to life, as Next2Nu Esports, they're still searching, they're still hunting, fishing for goals, as it will be Velocity picking it up at Wuzy on the 50-50.
This one now going into the Next2Nu Esports territory. Beautiful 50 from Kehvn there. So it's going to drop one down. Sends it across the net. Player not able to find shot, but 2 demos ring out. Velocity, last one back, able to play on. Beautiful touch and gets the bump. Going to look to continue this one into the corner. Grabs boost. Now we're going to see Kehvn plays one high. Velocity going to wait on the pass. Same with Wuzy. Velocity already on ceiling, waiting for this ball. Tries to find 50, not going to be able to. Now Kehvn going to play one high. The pressure from Next2Nu Esports is unreal, but player breaking through that might just be for a moment, though. Wuzy tries to send it back to the blue territory.
JITS is going to be on the back foot. 10 seconds remain. Next2Nu Esports. Kehvn dropping it close, but the physicality remains strong. Is JITS going to be able to limit the succession? Not going to give Next2Nu Esports that next replay. And it will be the ball to drop down Next2Nu Esports. See you on day 2, as that will be the qualifier for this game. Done and dusted. Day 1 has been surpassed as we look towards Next2Nu Esports. A phenomenal goal line. Velocity holding 3 strong and tall.
Well done from Next2Nu Esports. Just getting the 3 sweeps back to back. I mean, you love to see it, especially if you're a fan for In2Win.
That's going to be it from us here, though, on the broadcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure to stay tuned for more up-and-coming Rocket League action. Thank you all so much for tuning in. That's been us on the broadcast. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.